Have you ever thought about making rice out of vegetables? Well, you might have heard that cauliflower rice is very popular today. Well, let's look at other vegetables that we can make a veggie rice with. So I'm going to be using my Bosch blender here. I'm going to be using the slicer shredder attachment. And what it has several different blades. This one I'm using is our shredder. And it has a fine blade. You can kind of see the small holes here, or it has the larger holes depending on how I flip this. So I would get different sizes. This is also the same machine that I use for shredding cheese because I do not like buying cheese that's already shredded. All right, so I'm going to pop that on, put the lid on, make sure it's locked in place, and we're ready to go. So let's start with making some broccoli rice. So let's put some of that in let me break some of these pieces off so that it fits in the chamber. There we go. Okay, to that we're going to add some zucchini and make some rice out of that. We're just going to mix it all in the same bowl. And you can tell that zucchini was a lot softer and easier to do. We're going to do some red onions. Sometimes it doesn't always like to do that last little piece, but it will. Now, let's add in some carrots, and I have some different colored carrots here. I have some whites and some reds and some pinks, and I'm just going to go ahead and break them up, put them in the chamber. So whatever your food processor is, whatever your slicer shredder is that you use, this can work with that. Okay, so let's do some butternut squash. That will be delicious as well. Let me go ahead and start with the bigger piece here. And let's go ahead and add some kale. So I just have some chopped up kale that was already pre-chopped. And I'm not cutting out the hard stem. I'm just going to go ahead and let that be part of our delicious salad mix that we're making. Now, of course, you could be emptying the bowl every time and not letting the vegetables blend together like this, but I'm going to throw them together anyway, so I figure I'll just keep them all in the same bowl. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clean off my blade. Sometimes the onion likes to clog things up. So let's see how we're doing here. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So we'll just use our scraper to get that off. Okay. And we'll do just a little bit more of some kale to add that to our salad because we definitely want as many cruciferous vegetables as possible in our salad. You know I am a huge fan of cruciferous vegetables. Okay, our last vegetable we're going to do is a sweet potato. Yes, and none of these are cooked, they're all raw. Okay, now you can kind of see through the sides that we have one beautiful salad in the making. We'll just take that off. Now I already have in my bowl here, I have some cauliflower rice that we already made. I'm going to take these vegetables and add it in. This is going to be beautiful, isn't it? Now, I'm making enough salad for a group of a lot of people. Lots of company can come over and enjoy this salad. And you know what? I could just serve it just like this with some, maybe I could throw in some sunflower seeds, top it off with a little bit of olive oil, vinaigrette dressing, and it is perfect, ready to go. But I could also use this as a substitute for rice in recipes and make this the base for other dishes. I could put some stroganoff on top of it. I could put some baked chicken on top of it with maybe some salsa. So this would be my new rice. Now you can see, you know, the longer vegetables like the carrots, they have a little bit longer strand than the cauliflower, which is definitely the shape of rice. But aren't those colors amazing? This is going to be such a beautiful salad. So what do you think? What do you think about dicing and making your own vegetable rice? They sell this in the grocery stores as well, already done for you. But then you miss out on the fun of doing it yourself. And also that means someone else has done it. And that means they've had to put some other ingredients on top of it so that the vegetables don't go bad because it's being sold in the grocery store. So it could have some citric acid, it could have some natural, some unnatural ingredients just to keep it fresh. Whereas when we make it ourselves, we know it's fresh. We know it's at the peak of its flavor because it hasn't been sitting on a shelf. And we know we're going to enjoy it. So, you know, it's been proven that children who help cook enjoy eating healthier foods. So you might want to include your kids in a task like this of making this. Now this will last probably 3 or 4 days in my refrigerator, so I'll have a lot of time to enjoy this. And I might need to invite some guests over because this is quite a lot. So I just want to encourage you to go ahead and play with your vegetables. Find as many vegetables as possible. And yes, we've been eating broccoli for years and we've been roasting it in the oven or, you know, putting it in dishes. But why not start dicing it, making it into a rice? Let it be the rice for your main dish. There are so many things you could do with vegetables that we just haven't thought of before or haven't been creative. Or maybe we just didn't have the right appliances to make it simple. Yes, I'm all about simplicity to eat healthy. So maybe you are too. Leave your comments down below. What vegetables did you try? How did you like it? Did you mix any of them? How did it turn out for you? I would be so thrilled to see your comments. And you know what? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell next to it so you'll get notified all the times that new videos are being posted. And they're being posted usually 2 or 3 times a week and you don't want to miss out. We are here, myself and my team are here to help you learn to be confident in the kitchen. I want you to be confident in the kitchen so you'll be confident with your health. And the more you control the food that you eat, the more you control your health. And therefore, you'll understand how much God loves you. I'm Annette Reeder, the Biblical Nutritionist. You can learn a lot more on our website, thebiblicalnutritionist.com. And be sure and say you like this video. Thanks for joining us.